pure, as we are in this national conference today. When I looked at the report for drought response plan for 2023, which was budgeted at $452 million, with the donor countries like USA contributing 250 billion shillings towards it. And when you look at that, you would wonder how much do we need for agroecology transition. That was the biggest question I was asking myself. And I went further to look at one of the biggest projects we have in Kenya now. This is financing locally led climate actions. Have we heard of this project? Famously going by the word flocker? Not yet. We are a little bit familiar. This project is aiming to pull, next slide, if you can rush to slide with the next, 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 next. I'm rushing through these slides. These are just definitions for climate finance. Next. Next, when you look at financing locally led climate adaptation, it's a very bold initiative by the government and the partners to look at how can we devolve climate finance. And we are basing it on 8 principles, that is locally led adaptation principles. And this is one of the topmost principle is localizing decision making at the lowest level possible. Next. 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 Yeah. Next, the principles. This one is, as I've just said, they were looking at, they are trying to mobilize 1 billion shillings towards between now and 2030. Next. And this one is looking at how best can we devolve, as we all participating in devolved system currently. Next. Yeah. And the 8 principles quite clear, making decisions. And I found this very interesting because they are in sync with agroecology principles. When you look at the 13 agroecology principles, decision making is at the local lowest level. Next. And priority areas for this climate finance, agriculture being one of it. It's very key, as we all know that Kenya is an agricultural-based economy, and the other sectors which are also speaking to what we are talking in this conference. Next. So when you look at the principles of locally led adaptation, locally led actions, and when you look at also the principles of agroecology, the 13 of them, I found them to be very, very in sync. And looking at innovations coming in from the communities, we are looking at one very interesting innovation called Village Saving and Lending Association. This is a very powerful tool, as farmers from Uranga just attested now, innovating around how can we have avocado farmers earning more money. This is a grouping of farmers or women coming together on agreed timelines to meet and discuss their issues of money. Apart from saving, agroecology discussions take place. Apart from agroecology discussion taking place, we also have conversation around county budget making processes. How do we have conversation around legislation at the county level? And these are conversations happening as low as the group level. And this very powerful tool has been able to transform groups from just an individual group to forming a network of women demanding their rights and demanding their rightful share in these budgets. And for the case of financing locally led action, which is a big fund, is that women were able to sit and mobilize their own members to take up leadership positions in making decisions with regards to climate financing. And we saw them occupying seats in ward planning committees. And these ward planning committees were the very strategic platforms established by the act, by an act of law at the county level, to decide what projects are going to get funding. And we find this very innovative. One, now funding is going to go to the right projects. We are all coming from Kenya, where we know if you are not on that table, what happens? They will decide for you. So if we have the right people at the table for deciding climate finances, it will be much easier to shift that funding to support agroecological discussion. And one of the biggest successes which we've had so far is women now are able to participate even in other donor-funded projects linking climate finance to their own local actions. And I found this very interesting, and we pick a lot of lessons, and it's now being replicated across other regions. We've seen more farmers and networks coming up and developing very good projects which are founded on agroecology principles, trying as much as possible to access climate financing. And the most interesting part also is having conversations around more complex topics like carbon credits. Thank you very much, and I wish this triggers more conversation. And if you have more questions or curiosity, let's have this discussion going forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jose. Can we give him a hand? Yeah, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have come to the end of the presentation. So just before I open the floor for questions, to recap, we had the first presenter talking about the private sector financing. And as we know from her presentation, this is key to supporting key stakeholders towards realizing the agroecology transition for food systems to be effective. That was followed by a farmer perspective from John, who shared with us some financing models that enable farmers to access finances towards better markets for their produce. This was followed by Ronald's presentation about farmer empowerment, whereby the methodologies and approaches being used to empower farmers to be able to participate effectively in ecological transitions towards food system transformation. And finally, we just had a talk from Jose here, who told us the importance of climate finance, because as we know, climate change does affect productivity in general. So the aspect of climate finance is very, very important, and it's something that stakeholders really need to put focus on and repurpose their finances towards that particular initiative. So with that said, I think I would like to open the floor for questions. At any order, anybody with a question, we can start with you.
So, you just tell us your name, your organization, why you there, and why are you here today? And we'll ask the questions as we go, as we continue.
Okay, thank you. My name is Esther Washera Kirugi. I come from HIVOS. HIVOS People Unlimited. HIVOS is located in Kenya, Ethiopia, and Tanzania. So at HIVOS in Kenya, we have a project called Rural Women Cultivating Change, wanawake vijijini waleta mabadiliko. And in Kenya, we are in 4 counties. We are in Laikipia, Baringo, Kitui, and Nakuru. So, other Hivos, we are training women and youth to take care of themselves. We train them how to use what they have to achieve their goals, and using what they have pale kwa shamba. Like now, I practice agroecology. I'm a small-scale farmer in Laikipia. Laikipia West, a place called Ngarua, and I keep small animals. So I have the rabbit, I have the chicken, I have the sheep, I have the goats, and I have the cows. All of them under zero grazing, because I'll be able to collect my manure from one point. The cows, I don't have many, I have only 4, and these 4 cows give me biogas. So I use clean energy. From the biogas, I get the bioslurry, and this bioslurry, I take it back to the farm. Where I also practice cultivation agriculture. I do minimum tillage. Once in a while I do chiseling. So once I plant my crops, I do crop rotation, whereby I do French beans, I do cabbages, I do maize, and I also do cover cropping. Cover cropping for the cows. That's where I get food for my cows. You find that it's like a rotation, what we call the cycle. So what is produced in the farm goes to the animals, and the animals give me my fertilizer. The urine of the rabbit gives me chemical, where it gives me the fertilizer, or what we call the foliar feed. Sometimes when it is concentrated, I use it instead of using the Roundup or glyphosate, whatever. So I use it to burn the unwanted weeds. So it's a kind of a cycle. So if women are empowered, we can go far. We can produce food. Women are the producers. But we find that, as somebody said, we own very little land. If we are empowered, we can produce more. We can feed this country. Also, we do fruit trees. We have avocado. In Laikipia, we started a cooperative called Laikipia Avocado Cooperative, where I am the chair. So in Hivos, we train women also to take leadership positions. We say we have to be the chairman, we have to be the secretaries, we have to be the treasurers, because we have to empower these women. And an empowered woman is a powerful woman and is a producer. Thank you.
So maybe what is the significance of today's symposium here to you, members of Hivos?
Yeah, agroecology. Agroecology, we're seeing a lot of kilimo hai. We've seen people getting cancers and all that. But when we practice agroecology, it's all rounded, and it's going to take the youth and the farmers far. We don't need that big farm. Like me, I don't have a big farm. I have only 4 acres. And my 4 acres, I produce a lot. Through agroecology, when there is, because of this climate change, I find that like now there was a lot of drought. I was still producing. My neighbors were not practicing it. Their crops, they had crop failure, but I produced a lot. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Just a summary.
Hivos, wanawake vijijini waleta mabadiliko. So sio wanawake peke yake, tuko na wanaume. So nataka wenzangu pia wanisaidia kidogo. Yeah.
Kuja mbele tu. Kiswahili. Wewe speak Kiswahili.
Basi wacha niendelee tu na Kiswahili. Tunasema Hivos wako na project inaitwa wanawake vijijini waleta mabadiliko. So tunafundisha vijana, tunafundisha kina mama, na tuna move kwanza na jamii mzima. So tunasaidia kuinuka. Ndio ile familia tusiache mtu yote nyuma. Tushike baba, tushike mama, tushike watoto, sote twende pamoja. Tushike kile tulicho nacho. Kwa maana watu wengine wanasema hawana chochote. Nataka uchukue mama ambaye ako kijijini au kijana, lakini anafanya kazi kwa wakulima wenzako. Analipwa tu 300 kwa siku. Atumie 200 kwa boma, lakini ahifadhi 100. Ukimhesabia hii 100 kwa wiki aende mara 5, si atakuwa na 500. Hesabu hii 500 kwa a month, mpe tu 20 days. 20 days times 100. Akona pesa ngapi? Akona 2000. 2000 hata asiende sana, mpe tu miezi 10. Miezi 10 si atakuwa na 20000. Hii 20000 huyu mama atanunua mbuzi angalau mmoja wa maziwa au hata kondoo wawili. Within the next 2 or 3 years huyu mama atakuwa mbali, ashike zile mbuzi zake, zile kuku zake, atanunua ng'ombe. Na huyu mama au huyu kijana umemempower. So tuna move na wote kutoka chini mpaka juu, tukisema kile tulicho nacho tusonge nacho. So we empower ourselves. Tukikaa kuongoja serikali, hii serikali haitujali, lakini sisi wenyewe tukijiamini, tusonge pamoja, tutapata kina mama vijana wamesonga. So wasiseme hakuna kazi. Kazi ni mingi vijijini, wakubali tu kuchafua mikono. So once we identify our hands, tutaenda mbali. Kina mama akikubali kutoka chini kuangalia TV, wakubali kutafutia watoto wao, kujituma wenyewe, tutaenda mbali. Watumie mayai, watumie chochote kila walicho nacho, tuendelee mbali. Asante.
Labda swali tu, kando na wanawake kutomiliki mashamba, wanawake wengi kutomiliki mashamba, je, mna changamoto zipi zingine nyinyi kama kina mama ambao wanafanya ukulima na sehemu mbalimbali?
Asante. Tunapata wakati ya serikali inapeana fertilizer, inapeana ikitumia nini? Ikitumia ulipeana jina lako, ukapeana shamba plot number yako, ukapeana hiyo yote. Wanapeana fertilizer yao. Sisi watu wa kilimo hai hatutaki hiyo fertilizer. Tunataka organic fertilizer. Haitufikii na haikuji. Lakini kama serikali ingeangalia, kama inapewa wengine fertilizer hii yao ya kemikali, sisi tupewe ile organic, itatusaidia sana. Tuna changamoto nyingi sana. Decision making. Are we at the table? We are not. Unapata wale wanatufanyia decision ni wenye hawako. Lakini wakihusisha mkulima, tuseme tumeendelea kutoka chini. I know what works as a farmer. Najua hii chemical itafanya, haitafanya. Najua huu kulima unafanya, hutafanya. So me as the farmer, nisikizwe sauti yangu. My voice, because they say they're talking about the researchers. We have been listening to doctors and all that. But when we listen to them, it's just what we practice. So tuko na experience. Wakuje chini watusikize sisi wakulima huko chini. Our experience, we are learned. Ni vile tu hatuna udokta. Lakini tuko juu. Yes. Asante.
Labda niko na swali. Umesema ya kwamba decision making mweze kujumuishwa kwenye decision making table. Hiyo ni suluhu ya moja hapa changamoto. Labda hii changamoto ya kutomiliki mashamba, labda una suluhu kwayo?
Huko mashinani tunaongelesha wazee. Mimi ni mzee, niko na miaka 60 na tunaambia wazee tukubali kupea watoto wetu nafasi. Kama ni shamba, si mimi nitajua nitagawia watu wangu shamba. Si niambie huyo, wewe chukua hiyo kona, wewe chukua hiyo kona, wewe chukua hiyo kona. Na tuachilie watoto wetu na mabibi zetu kufanya kazi bila kuinterfere. So tukikubali, unajua kuna wazee wako na eka hata 30, lakini ameng'ang'ania tu ile title ni yake tu, hata ikupea wenzake. Lakini kama angewapea naonyesha ni hapa, such that huyu kijana hata kama ni Gen Z anajua hii ni kona yangu, atapata mtu wake, atakuwa na ng'ombe yake, akitunza ili yake, akimiliki. Kwa maana akisema hours, hakuna pahali tunaenda. Lakini akijua hii kona itakuwa ni kona yangu, ataenda mbali sana. Mama akijua hii kona ni yangu, utashangaa wewe mzee. Lakini uking'ang'ania yote umcontrol, atakaa chini na utafaidika. Tukubali kusupport kina mama wetu, tukubali kuachilia mashamba yetu. Ndio tuone hawa mama wetu na vijana wakiinuka, na watainuka na tutaenda mbali kama nchi.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Can you use both?
So it's not with the English.
Okay.
Yeah, you said by your name, the organization, your position there maybe. Why are we here today, maybe?
Okay. So my name is Collins Chibole. I work with the Global Intensive Agriculture Center of Kenya, which is located in Thika. We are mainly focusing into agroecology, and my position there is I'm a program officer in charge of outreach activities, where we reach out to farmers, training them on agroecological practices, and GBAC, or Global Intensive Agriculture Center of Kenya, we are mainly focusing on agroecology, but we are dealing with the biointensive skills, where we train farmers on managing their farms, the small farms they have, but they produce maximally, because land is becoming small each day, and the more we grow, or the more the population increases, we get little spaces to grow our food. And for that reason, that's where Global Intensive is coming in, that we train farmers and even youth women on producing food from small spaces. We do that one, but by improving their soils, make sure that the nutrients that are in their soils, they are recycled, because the food that we eat contain all the nutrients, and the trash that we remove from the farms contain all the nutrients. So we make sure that all the nutrients are recycled back into the soil by making compost, manures, by if you have kettles, by make sure that all the waste from the kettles goes back to the soil, because we want to nurture our soils, we want to grow our soils, because when we grow our soils, we are growing ourselves, and also want to breathe life back into the soil, because the soil contains our life. So when we breathe back life into the soil, we are breathing back life into ourselves, and that's our main goal. And apart from that one, because agroecology, we can't talk of agroecology without soil and without seed. So seed is more important, and we are talking of the indigenous seeds, open pollinated varieties, the seeds that have been there of ages. They were planted 50 years ago, 100 years ago, and they are good to resistant to our climate changes. They are good to resistant to pests. So those are the things that we're encouraging farmers to do. Apart from that one, GBAC is also helping to attract youth into agriculture by setting up a training center. And this training center, mostly we're focusing on training youth agroecology, but because youth are bored doing agriculture, we are trying to incorporate other activities like textile making beautiful things that maybe people can wear. Then when they come in, they are trained on agroecology, also baking and cooking, and computer skills, so that when youth come to be trained on computer skills, catering, and dressmaking and textiles, we get an opportunity to show them on agroecology. And then most youth have gained the knowledge, now they're impacting other youths.
Maybe who qualifies to be trained by you, and do you operate all over the country, or the specific places that you operate within?
We are mostly we are operating in 3 counties right now. We are in Kiambu, Machakos, and Murang'a County, though we train every farmer because there's no farmer who qualifies. But what we want all farmers to do agroecology, because we think agroecology is the way to life, because it's safe, it's nutritious, and also it's cost saving, because what you are using is what is naturally there. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Sorry.
On the call, it said I'm going to provide extension services.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay. So we also provide extension services, and this is all over Kenya, because we train farmer, train of trainers, then we reach out to farmers one by one, so that we impact them with all these skills of agroecology. If it's composting, we go to your home, we train you on composting. If it's pest management, we help you on pest management, because we have realized that government are no longer offering extension services, and us as any governmental organization or train of farmers, we are there now to help farmers now improve on their production. Because whenever a farmer sees me, then he will ask me so many questions that maybe there are challenges that they are facing. So I will help I'll give them some skills on how to manage the problems, and then the production will improve. Yeah.
In Swahili, just a summary of what you just said.
Yeah, kwa majina naitwa Collins Chibole, nafanya na shirika la Global Intensive Agriculture Center of Kenya, GBAC, ambalo tuko maeneo ya Thika, Kiambu, na kile kitu ambacho tunakifanya pale sana sana ni kuhimiza wakulima njia za agroekolojia, jinsi wanaweza lima katika, kwa sababu mashamba yanabaki madogo, jinsi ambavyo wanaweza tengeneza mashamba yao iwape chakula mingi zaidi kushinda jinsi ambavyo wamekuwa wakipata. Kuna teknolojia tofauti tofauti, sana sana sisi tunatumia teknolojia ya biointensive, ambayo inamaanisha kwamba little space ama sehemu ndogo lakini mazao yakwe mingi. Ardhi inaendelea kupungua kila siku kwa sababu tunaendelea kuzaana kila siku. Hatutabakia kukua na eka 10, hatutabakia kukua na eka 100, lakini mashamba yanaendelea kukua madogo, tumbo nazo zinaongezeka. Ili tuweze kupunguza hizi shida ni kukuja na teknolojia hizi za agroekolojia ambazo zinaweza kukupa chakula kingi kutoka kwa sehemu ndogo. Na ili kufanikisha hayo yote lazima mchanga wako kuwe na uhai, ama lazima sisi tupumue uhai kwenye mchanga wetu, na pia lazima tujihifadhie mbegu zetu zile za kiasili. Kwa sababu mchanga ukiwa na uhai pia lazima tujue ni nini ambacho tunaweka pale kwenye mchanga. Kuna mahimizo mengi sana wakulima wamepata zile vitu ambazo wanafaa kuweka kwa mchanga, lakini sisi tumekuja kugundua lazima uhimize mkulima, kwa sababu ukiweka kitu chochote kwenye mchanga, kama ni mbolea, weke kwenye mchanga, huwezi kitoa. Kwa sababu sasa umekeka milele. Sasa hatutaki wakulima kufanya mistake ama kufanya makosa pale kwenye shamba. Waeke kile kitu ambacho mchanga unahitaji. Na mchanga unahitaji zile vitu ambazo zilitoka kwenye mchanga. Kwa sababu katika dunia hii tunachukua tu nutrients tunarudisha pale kwa mchanga. Tunakula kile ambacho tunakula, zingine tunarudisha kwenye mchanga, ndio mchanga uendelee kutupa chakula. Ya kando na hiyo, shirika hili la GBAC limeanzisha shule ya kupea wakulima nguvu ama kuempower wakulima, vijana pamoja na wazee. Sana sana vijana tunawaempower kwa mambo ya agroekolojia, tunawapa pia skills za mambo ya kushona manguo za wanawake na wanaume, tunawapa skills za mambo ya kompyuta na pia skills za mambo ya kupika chakula. Wanaposikia hayo yote na wanasikia hii elimu, vijana wanavutiwa sana kuja karibu na sisi, nasi tunawapa hii elimu ya mambo ya kilimo na wanafurahia, na wengine wanaenda kubadilisha wengine, na hivi tukienda hivi, kwa sababu vijana ndio kesho, tutaona ukulima ukisonga mbali. Yeah. Sawa. Collins.
So we are still engaging these farmers in Vihiga to tell them, like, wait, you're actually making too much profit during the lean season, and during oversupply, we can see how to compensate that. But that is still not reaching home. So I think there's still more that we need to do in order to fully take advantage of the potential within the vegetable marketing space. That's what I can say for now. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Daktari, and thank you. A round of applause.
All right, thank you so much, Juma. And let's appreciate all those exhibitors who are there. Makofi kwa wao. Now, going by the categories that we've been informed about, I want to go directly to value addition. Under value addition, we have 3 winners. Mko tayari? All right. We invite Bamsco's Cooperative Union. Makofi kwao. As I do that, wakuje wapokee zawadi yao. Haya, makofi na muziki. Na muziki. Shangilia.
Let's continue.
Yeah, let's clap for her.
Yes.
Okay, makofi.
Yes, I wanted to read this. I'll not read all of them, but I think I can just read this one. Award of Excellency, value addition category, presented to Bamsco's Cooperative Union for achieving first place of Pelham, Kenya, first National Agroecology Symposium and Exhibition held at the Kenya School of Modern Studies, Nairobi. So congratulations to all. Next time you are getting a bill.
Lower Eastern Women Cooperative Society. Makofi kwa wao. Waje wako wapi?
Yule mmoja anakuja ama? Wale wa Masai. Usije hapa. Karibu and pongezi kwako and the team. You can say something real quick.
Yeah, say something.
Thank you for the award. Sitatuma salam. We'll keep winning because we'll keep doing better and improving on what we have achieved. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well done. Now we go to the other category.
Award, and we shall continue to be here with you in engaging in the agroecology, in the issues you have engaged here. Thank you so much.
Asante. Now let's have Masai, na sio Mark Masai. Masai Kajiado Dairy. I'm glad they are here now.
Yes, sana washiriki katika section ya
Bivat.
Asante sana. We have done great. In fact, this is the second award for this year. We won another one for the World Food Day. But thank you so much. We all own it. Yeah, together with you. Because we are recipient of the information we process as BMAT. Thanks so much.
So who will speak on your behalf kusema asante? Yes. Nani ataongea? Just a word of thank you here. Yeah, this is the second award. One thing is very clear to you.
Thank you so much.
On to the next.
We can all feel the effects of mental therapy, right? Now, music therapy for mental wellness. Thank you. Can we have our next award? Going to Jibiak.
I'm Chibole Collins. I work with Jibiak and I'm very happy. It's our passion, and let's take agroecology to the next step. Thank you.
Okay, asante sana. Sasa tuta Tharaka Children and Women Welfare. Tharaka.
Tharaka Children and Women Welfare.
Sasa tunaenda upande mwingine, na sasa tunatoka hapa tunavuka Nakuru all the way to the lake. Crab, mko wapi? Crab,
uko peke yako?
Jacob,
uko peke yako?
Crab,
uko na mtu? Let's give them just a few seconds. Wanakuja Tharaka.
Okay.
Someone can take to the podium to speak on behalf. You can step closer to the podium, whoever will speak on your behalf. Itakuwa nani? Yes, just say a word, quick word there, we'll appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Indeed, it is a privilege and honor for us to be here. We work with farmers and we are also farmers. So a win for CREP is a win for farmers. God bless you all.
Ambaye amepeana vote hapa hivi has been the national chair for the board, Pelham, for several years. Koro, asante. Now we go to places where they grow tea, and here we find Oak, karibuni. Na wakaribisho Oak, Kenya. Makofi kwa Rudi Kenya. Asante. Can we have someone speak on?
I'm Lawrence Gitonga Murioki from OAK, and we thank you all, and we pledge to continue working especially for providing bio-inputs to farmers that are kept certified. Thank you.
Okay,
Rudi Kenya and all of you, and the farmers who are working so hard to heal the soil and to create agroecology in this country. Congratulations. We celebrate all of you. Thank you so much.
Asante sana Esther, the awards. Let's have Benson, who, yes, we want Benson to receive the award on behalf of Tharaka Children and Women Welfare. Benson?
On behalf of Tharaka Children and Women Welfare Program, we say thank you, and we will continue doing the great work that we are doing in the mountain. Another trophy into the mountains.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard me mention.
Okay, Benson, say something.
So tutakusaidia kubeba ili wewe atakubebea. Unaweza tuambia jina lako, where you're from, who you represent on behalf of Brain. Shika tu mic nitakushikia.
So, my name is Esther Murugi Maina. My name is Esther Murugi Maina. I come from Laikipia, Mkogodo Eastward.
Wow.
Brain, I'm blessed with a baby boy, 1 month old. His name is Brain Kalome Mushili.
Wow, makofi kwa Mushili. Mama.
Alikuwa anasema kitu. I promise you, Brain will say
thank you.
And even mama, asante pia kwa kumleta, and this is actual honing of skills.
I'm so much humbled. Thank you so much for this a gift. Thank you everyone for this platform.
Asante sana. Asante sana.
You may have your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this should be on the Guinness Book of World Records.
Can we have the entire team of the planning committee, all of you, wakuje? Yes, we want to appreciate you.
Let's accompany them with a song.
Yes, the planning committee. Francis Shivotich will be here. Kerry Eustace should be here. Joe Kitaka, where are you? Jeffrey Ngari. Grace Mugo. Martin Oulu, Daktari. Felicitas Moi, mtapata wimbo naita. Alice Karanja, Lisa, Beatrice
hiyo song inasema nini? Unajua mnaimba tu na mjui mnasema. Hebu tuambie inasema nini hiyo? Isaac. Tuingie nyuma tena alafu tutakwambia. Maneno ni mengi hapo sana. It's almost like oh baba asante sana. So, yes, asante sana. Thank you so much. Kataka, would you please speak on behalf of the committee, the second much to all the participants who have graced this occasion, the two-day occasion. We don't take it for granted. We're very grateful that you helped us to make the success. It was a lot of work behind the scenes, several weeks of back and forth, a lot of many nights. But overall, we are very happy and proud that it's been a very successful event, both the exhibition as well as the plenary and parallel sessions. And we just hope that the discussions, the presentations which have been shared across will help to enable all stakeholders to help promote agricultural transition towards a sustainable food system moving forward. Thank you.
So thank you very much, the organizing committee, for your good work. This being the first one.
Kabla mwende wameagiza group shot. So I think Yeah, ndio mko mmepiga lakini wameagiza nyingine. So I won't say the shorter one. Wale ambao wanataka kuwa kwa line ya kwanza wasimame. Making it a success, the first National Agroecology Symposium. What a feat, and it is going to be even bigger and better, and the feedback that you have given will be taken into consideration as...
Ole Kihoro, kujeni nyote, wimbo wenu uko hapa karibu. Haya, wimbo mzuri wao. Hiyo wimbo weke wimbo wao mzuri. Tafadhali, Pelham team, mko wapi? Wanagojea wimbo.
Reggae. Mataka ni
Io mi so, io mi
Afternoon, or is it good evening? Good evening. Yes, on behalf of the Pelham team, we are very, very happy that you honored the invitation, and we are also excited that you have been here with us to follow the proceedings, and we are all promoting the common agenda. I want to also pass special appreciation to this team. As you can see, that we are working as a team and we don't take it for granted, so we really appreciate everyone has been involved, all the staff that have been involved, and even from where I sit, I don't take it for granted. Pelham Kenya cannot be without this kind of a team. So thank you so much, and I hope that we may continue working together to push the agenda for the network, to push the agenda for agroecology and food systems, and we also seek your support as partners, as stakeholders, as farmers, and even government and other stakeholders like private sector and media. So asanteni sana, Pelham Kenya team, you are the best, and may God bless you.
Yeah, indeed they are the best. Mkono wa Bwana wasikatalie stage.
Huyu ni Mwaluga huyo kutoka Taita Taveta. Endelea kanda. Mwaluga huyo.
at the various sponsors and partners who have been involved in this, and I will kindly request each one of them to come. We appreciate them, and tuseme ni asante. Now I want to request GIZ, makofi kwa GIZ. As they do that, we also want to ask Route to Food, C4, ICRAF, BVAT, APHRC, Ripple Effect, Action Aid, HIVOS, Kujeni. Once we call your name, kindly.
Two of them? This one. Just one. Yeah, so as
Can you hear her? Can you hear?
Yes,
can you hear
okay.
Here?
Yeah, so we want to send this call to action. We have been here for these 2 days with over 200 participants from different sectors. That's government, academia, civil society, farmers, researchers, private sector, development partners, even consumers, and even our young delegates. So we have been here the 2 days, and having listened to the deliberations, we have this call to action for various stakeholders so that they can be able to take action that can fast track the urgent transformation of food systems in a way that enhances safe and nutritious and healthy foods. So the first call to action is to our national governments. We call that our national governments should actually expedite the process of finalizing and launching the National Agroecology Strategy, and also embark on a journey of comprehensive implementation, which is coupled with the reporting and evaluation of the National Agroecology Strategy so that we can see change in the food system transformation. The second one is we call also upon the government to support development of participatory action research and putting the farmers at the center of farmer-driven innovations to collect locally relevant data that highlights agroecology's role in improving climate resilience and food security. The other one is we are calling upon government, the national government, to keep enacting or create and enforce legal frameworks that protect the farmer managed seeds ama mbegu zetu, so tuweke sheria ambazo zinatunza hiyo, and biosecurity risks. I think those are things that were coming yesterday. We also call upon the relevant government authorities to ensure we have standardization and certification mechanisms for agroecology and organic products. Then we also call upon the national government to review and enforce the standards for organic and bio-based agricultural inputs. The other part is we are calling upon the government also to implement the nationally determined contribution targets and align them with the urgent need for transforming the food systems while emphasizing on agroecology's contribution to climate resilience. We also call upon the national government to uphold the right for safe, nutritious, and healthy foods as enshrined in our constitution by banning all harmful agri-inputs that are finding themselves in Kenya, yet they have been banned in most parts of the world. In terms of the county governments, we call upon the county governments to facilitate the establishment of what we call the participatory guarantee systems for developing market outlets at local level, enhancing the infrastructure and raising consumer awareness, and supporting general certification and standardization mechanisms for smallholder farmers. The second call for action for the county government is developing comprehensive agroecology policies that are tailored to each county and supporting a fair and inclusive transition. That action is incorporating agricultural inputs in the different subsidy programs in different counties so that we can boost the sustainable agricultural practices. In terms of our development partners, we appreciate you, but we also call upon the urgent need to redirect the funding to aspects of agroecology as a key strategy for transforming food systems and enhancing climate resilience for smallholder farmers, indigenous people, and women and youth. Civil society actors who I think are here, we call upon you to continue fostering community awareness and on agroecological practices, advocating for policies that support the adoption and implementation of agroecology to transform food systems, demonstrate exemplary agroecological practices, and promote scaling up of successful models, including local markets for agroecological organic inputs. We also call upon that as civil society, we need to support gender-sensitive policies that enable women and even youth to participate in agroecology by ensuring that they have access to resources, training, leadership opportunities in agricultural systems. We also call upon that the county government influences the government policy frameworks to integrate agroecology as central approach for sustainable food system. And also we call upon the civil society. As we go to the COP, please influence the recognition of agroecology as a climate resilience in the upcoming COP29 and other climate change processes. And also let us be part of movements that enhance the common agenda of the food systems transformation. Research and academia, we call upon that you collaborate with farmers actively and agroecology practitioners to co-create knowledge, ensuring that research outcomes are accessible and adapted to practical applications within local context. We also call upon that you support the curriculum development of agroecology at all levels of academia, because we heard that most of the trainings, they don't have those curriculum opportunities. And also for research and academia, we call upon that you find ways to disseminate the research finding in an easy to synthesize format that can be able to scale up the various agroecological research findings. Private sector, I'm almost concluding. The private sector, we call upon the private sector to recognize the value of agroecology by establishing fair, accessible, participatory market systems that connect agroecological producers with consumers. We also call upon the private sector to invest in the development of agroecological innovations and inputs. That's an urgent, actual area of need. And then create community-based financing models that can provide savings and credit cooperatives to the targeted agroecological farmers. In terms of our farmers, we laud you for your efforts for years to ensure that we are protecting our indigenous seeds, we are protecting our indigenous foods and our cultures, and also protecting the environment. We laud you, but we also urge that you continue practicing agroecological practices for resilient and sustainable food systems. We also urge you that you embrace soil health initiatives and indigenous seed savings mechanisms, and also mechanisms that protect our natural and biodiversity. Also, we urge the farmers to work closely with the youth to enhance their ability to adopt agroecological practices. In terms of our consumers, all of us here are consumers. We call upon all consumers, I think everyone is a consumer, to consciously and actively seek out and purchase agroecologically and sustainably produced products to drive the market demand. And also for consumer associations, we urge you that you should collaborate with farmer cooperatives and producer groups to support the development of fair and localized value chains and markets. For media people, we request Mark Masai and the team to amplify the capture, reporting, and awareness of agroecology as a transition pathway towards just and equitable food system. With that, we hope all of us have been able to take something out of this symposium that will take home and take an action from a small level, because it's the small action that we make that contribute to a better world. So let us be pushed by the urge to make this world a better place. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rosina.
To all of you who attended this special symposium, thank you to the team that forms the consortium members. I want to specifically single out the leadership of the national coordinator,
She's been such a darling to all of us and has motivated us to keep membership. Thank you, the chair, and thank you, the treasurer. Asanteni sana nyote for your contribution. Thank you.
They'd like to take a picture of the full team supporters and partners, so you can move closer to the center, so you can be invested in a big way. Asanteni nyote.
Okay. Thank you very much, and be blessed all.
I would also want to thank each one of you, and I would want to give the mic back to Francis to take us to the other level. Thank you.
Right, Francis, you can use this as one award. I think all of us are winners because without all of us, this would not have happened. Now, I would like to call upon Rosina to give what we call the call to action. And earlier on, I had one of us urging us to try and speak in Swahili, so I was just thinking, call of action in Swahili. And I would like Rosina to... Pole Rosina. So I tried to take what all of us wa kuchukua hatua.
Hatua. Good, very true.
I know none of you knew that. Yeah, it's important for us to at least have a call of action, because otherwise it would be a waste for us to be here for the last 2 days without coming up with a way forward and also some actions that we are going to take so that we can be able to move agroecology to the next level. So that is what Rosina will be presenting to us. Karibu.
Vote of thanks in our first agroecology symposium, a national one, and I would first wish to pass our gratitude to the keynote speakers who were here yesterday for their speech that was so inspiring, and I'm sure you all appreciate what they spoke yesterday. And I would also wish to applaud the sponsors of this event. We saw you here. This event would have not been possible if you didn't give something. So we really appreciate your efforts and finances towards this event. The organizing committee, the amazing team, we are so grateful. Everything looked so perfect. Everything worked out so well. We were worried about catching up after yesterday, but it went very well today. I think we'll still be completing in time. Not forgetting the Pelham team of staff. Honestly, I admire the teamwork that exists between the Pelham team. We saw many ladies. We are grateful for your efforts in this and for making this event a success. As I continue, I want to also applaud all the participants, the exhibitors, and people who did presentations here. They were so inspiring. You know, we were able to learn new things. I think there's increasing interest in youth and agroecology, so it was really interesting to listen to such presentations. We thank you for that. And I will also not forget our young champions, our 2 young champions. We are so grateful. You attended the 2 days quietly, and we believe you will continue with us in this journey. We also hope to see you again next year. Yeah. And our other person who has been very instrumental in this is our Master of Ceremony, Mark Masai. Ata, nilitamani tu uwekewe music, you dance here alone. But we will keep it for next year. We are keeping it for next year, and yeah, we'll follow up so that happens. And your colleague who has assisted here. And yes, I cannot forget to thank the Pelham board. The Pelham board members who are here, thank you for your commitment. Our able chairperson, thank you for your commitment, and let's continue in this journey together. Our music team, we are so very grateful. You're always with us in every Pelham event. And every time it feels very different. So we appreciate you. Thank you so much, yeah. And last but not least, we all did well in this event, didn't we? Yes. You know, it was so engaging, and so beginning yesterday, I don't know if anyone slept. Maybe not, yeah. But it was so engaging, and I want us to really applaud ourselves for the good work and the good participation that we have done today. And then let's do this. You clap and then give yourself. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yes, thank you for your participation in this event, and thank you for staying up to this moment. You know, it means that this event really means a lot to you. And I want to urge us all, let's continue this journey. It's a movement. It's not stopping here. This just brings us together. Let's continue the good work that we are doing in our various localities, you know, and let's keep connecting with each other. The people you have met here, please make sure you keep in touch. You never know what happens, right? Yes, okay. I think I will end there, and thank you. I hope I didn't forget anyone. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Olivia.